What's up, you guys? It's Jonno. Welcome to an episode of Super Mario RPG. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 helpful tips on how you can get the 100 jumps and the 30 jump side quest in Super Mario RPG. This is an extremely difficult task, and every single tip I'm about to share with you is super important, so please watch until the end. These will be some extremely helpful tips. First off, we got to go over to Bandit's Way. We're going to encounter the Spikey. You're going to need plenty of maple syrup, and we are going to soft reset the game when you run out of maple syrup. That is the basic concept of everything we're going to be doing here. The rest of it is just patience and skill. All right, so here's me soft resetting. If you've never done a soft reset before, you're not familiar with that process, it just means closing the software and loading back from your most recent save. So you're going to hit home, hit the X button, close the software. It'll take forever to reload like we just watched, and you'll be able to go back to Bandit's Way because the game auto saves every time you enter a new area. So you should have an auto save of when you entered Bandit's Way. In fact, there's no way that you couldn't have that auto save, and then you can just go right back to when you entered the area and start over just like new, and you don't have to keep on refreshing your items, and that's going to be extremely important. Now, the last thing is you want to pick the correct Spikey. I tried all these different Spikies, and I found that this one right here in the center was perfect. Why? Because it's visually much easier to see that Mario is jumping pretty much the entire distance of his entire jump up to the top of the ceiling, and the other ones he doesn't jump the entire distance, and it was just weird. And I like that he goes all the way to the top and then all the way back to the bottom. It's very visually easy to track him, and it's a very important part of the process. Now, the next thing you want to do is mute the game, you guys. This may seem like a weird tip, but this is the most helpful tip on the entire video. Mute the game. It's going to change the way that you do this. It's going to make it so much easier. Now, the next thing is try different controller positions. I turned my controller sideways. I set it down on the desk. I was holding it with one hand and making sure it didn't move, and then actually pushing the button with the other hand. I was also switching out between my index finger and my thumb because they would get tired, and I found that those two fingers were the best. I also tried using my index finger and my middle finger, but it wasn't really that good. I wasn't getting good use of that, so I just did index finger or thumb, and turning the controller sideways for the index finger is actually how I completed the quest. I kind of laid back with the controller on my belly, and then I was holding it with one hand and then using my index finger with the other hand, and I finally did get to the 100, as you can see here. I got to 86 about 3 times before I finally completed it. I got to 50 maybe about 10 times before I finally completed it. One thing that I was doing is I was counting to 10, so I would count to 10 and then count to another 10 and then count to another 10, and basically you just need 10 sets of 10 in a row. So if I got to 50, that means I got 5 sets of 10 in a row, which means hypothetically I could do it, right? I just have to be patient, and I have to keep on trying and get that perfect 10 sets of 10 in a row. I got to 86, and I swear I almost cried, but then I got to 86 again, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so close. The one thing you want to make sure you don't do is get too excited. Don't get excited the whole time. In fact, try to have absolutely no emotions and think about nothing whatsoever the whole time, because honestly, you just want to be dead inside while you do this and focus on nothing but making Mario jump at exactly the right moment. Now you can see here I've already completed the task, but I still have more tips, you guys. I've got more tips for you. All right, so another thing that you want to make sure and do is know exactly where the sweet spot is. Sorry, this is the most important tip of the whole video, and it's at the end. I didn't mean for that. I actually meant to talk about this earlier. Sorry. Thanks to everybody who watches the end of the video as well, though. You guys are really cool. Basically, when Mario hits the top of the spiky head, that's when you want to be pushing the A button. That's like the most important thing. Think of it like Mario needs to jump again. You're going to make him jump. So if you look at it visually, don't look at the counter, don't look at anything. Just think about Mario's feet. When they hit the head, you need to jump again. And it's very rhythmic. It's going to be the exact same timing over and over and over again. And I swear I had to have so much patience. This took me over 4 hours. I've been sitting here doing this non-stop. I even had to stop and eat food in the middle. It was crazy, but I finally did it. As you can see, it is extremely worth doing this process. The items that you get are the attack scarf and the super suit, 2 of the absolute best items in the game. And now you can see that my Mario is absolutely stacked. And I may even be ready to go up against the ultimate boss, which is behind that dark door that you saw me run past just there a second ago. That's Cerulus, and that dude is insane. I tried to go up against him, and there's absolutely no way. But with this armor, And with this attack scarf, I might actually have a chance a little bit later once I get some more levels. All right, that's going to be the end of my video. I hope you found this extremely helpful, and hopefully you go and get those items. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to all of my amazing subscribers, and peace.